There's old school and there's new school. Old school's I have no debt. I try to get rid of it all. New school has
more debt. Credit card note.
I'm choking.
I need a loan and take as much money as I can to buy as much as I can. It's the American way.
I like to say you really want to fall to the middle. Debt is good. It's where it's comfortable for you. And to answer that question of whether or not to put more or less down, your really objective is try to put your debt to where you're comfortable with it.
So you're not house poor.
But when in doubt, cash is king, and you do always want to keep money in the bank. So I certainly have clients that like want to put everything they have down and then we'll have nothing left after they bought the home. Not a good idea. Because again, there's so many things that come up.
Especially now. I mean, if you go and you take, my mom is selling her house and she's getting a little bit of money. And I said, put in an investment account because your investment accounts right now are making, if you're in a good place, 20% maybe. And if you go and you put 3% down and you take the rest of your money in an investment account and you're getting a rate of, I think your rate now 3.625,
sure,
and you're making 20%, it makes more sense to put your money over there and pay your mortgage down and make more money on your investments. And I think first-time home buyers don't realize that.
It's, the financial term sometimes can be, it's buying term and investing the difference versus buying a whole life.
You like whole life.
I like them both, actually. I do like them both. I think there's a value for both.
He's conservative. I'm all in.
There's a value for both. You look at each client individually and you try to give them that advice on what would be best for them to do. By all means, if you can find 100% programs and the rates aren't too much higher, there's a thought to that can make more sense than putting 3% down versus 3 and 5. So each one has sort of a comparison point.
Yeah, he'd rather put in his 401k.
Call me to help you try to see what's best for you.
Yeah. And also the other thing is I think people have to understand when they go and they do call a loan officer or a title person that we have your best interest, and you should really just trust us. Like, we're not sitting here trying to tell you, hey, we got the best rate or we're the cheapest guy. We're just trying to give you good advice, honest advice, and advice that's true. Because I know there's a lot of loan officers out there who'll be like, I'll give you 2.99%, and you get to the table and it's 3.5, and you're like, what happened? Oh, well, all this stuff happened through the process, but he never told you. And you're there and you have to sign. You don't want to be put in that position. So you really want to make sure that your loan officer is a good loan officer and is truthful, and is a truthful loan officer like this guy over here is.